Hello, welcome back to a video. Today we are going to be reviewing the monster manuals for Godzilla Save the Earth Melee. So, these manuals were made a few months ago for the remake Godzilla Save the Earth Melee. And so I'm going to be reading them. Warning, this is just going to be around 30 minutes of me just yapping about all these guys here. And I'm excited for that. Anyways, let's move on. Let's start with first Godzilla 2000. Many years after the original Godzilla's demise in 1954, another came ashore. Ever since his fateful return, Godzilla has plagued humanity for decades, being a seamlessly unstoppable force of destruction to be reckoned with. He has yet to be defeated by any opponent he has ever encountered, being incredibly powerful and is resilient to all man-made weapons. While Godzilla is gravely feared by humanity, he is a necessary force to nature, often being the only power strong enough to defeat alien monsters and super weapons. He possesses many powerful abilities, including his immensely strong regeneration powers that utilize a substance known as Organizer G1, powerful physical strength, and thermonuclear breath known to reduce its target to ashes in a single blast. Godzilla 2000 represents the Shinsei era of Toho Godzilla franchise, pulling abilities and attacks from that era. Okay. Godzilla 2000 is the first of the Big G era movesets to be added into Save the Earth Melee, a combination of his moveset from Destroy All Monsters Melee. Save the Earth and Godzilla Unleashed, as well as some brand new attacks inspired by his film appearances. Alright. In Save the Earth Melee, the Godzilla characters represents the fighting game's base archetypes, which everyone is essentially a heavy. The Godzillas represent the basal archetypes in the game, with 2000 being the game's standard rushdown in comparison to Heisei, who would be the game's standard super heavyweight. Godzilla 2000 is nearly complete in the game and is vastly different from his vanilla counterpart. A moveset comparison can be seen here. His skin consists of every Millennium Era Toho suit, as well as the appearances from games spanning the Millennium Era. Very cool. Here's the gameplay trailer and the moveset comparison. Here are all of his skins for 2000. There's a roar here too. Let's see what we can do with this. Very cool. This one. 2002. Very cool. 2003. Oh, it uses the same sounds. Okay, 2004. Destroy All Monsters Melee Classic Skin.
Godzilla 2000.
Okay. Save the Earth.
Godzilla 2000 versus
Now, Godzilla. Taken from Unleashed Double Smash. with his unleashed colors, traditional colors, and anniversary. With his unleashed cover, charcoal, white Toho. Oh, so it's like 54 colors. Anniversary, golden, boss spines, and a black body. Okay. The gold pulse. Throw spiral. I know what that is. Gold spiral ray. I don't remember anything of the kind, but we can see. And here we are with Gigan. A cybernetic beast summoned from far away in a planet of M, Space Hunter Nebula. Gigan is one of the most formidable alien monsters in the universe. A cybernetic animal hybrid originally created for the use of Nebulan wars hundreds of years ago. Gigan was specifically engineered to be a highly destructive terrain devastator, now using its explosive forehead laser and metallic bladed limbs to rip and tear both Earth cities and monsters' opponents to shreds. The alien's abomination is known to attack Earth populations alongside Megalon and occasionally King Ghidorah. Still being particularly powerful force on its own, Gigan's astonishingly fast movement and advanced alien artillery built into its flesh is rarely met with a real challenge, leaving its winning opponents in a sorry state post-battle. We can see the model here, really good, with the Godzilla tower and the setting from 72. In-game, very cool. There's his model. Gigan is the best described as a Saturday morning cartoon villain, having decent speed and some of the best tech chases in the game. He shines with his ability to manipulate his position in space via space gem teleportation. Doing so in matches allows Gigan to warp across the city instantaneously. This ability can be done both in the air and while grounded, and Gigan has full omnidirectional control over where it goes. This is in contrast to the vanilla game where Gigan could home in on the opponent. This teleport can also be done to cancel attacks, effectively upping his combo and juggle game while he has energy. Gigan's sword-like limbs do tremendous damage. He is a variant on the Rushdown archetype with the ability to warp away or towards other monsters, allowing him to effectively pick his battles. Gigan is currently in the process of getting a new model and texture, even newer from the current one. Really? Oh, okay. So it's gonna be better. I thought it looked amazing at the start. Here are the skins. You can play the roar. And communist Gigan. Okay. Weird. That wasn't even a roar. I don't even know what that was. So we got Gigan, communist Gigan, teal. Yeah, I remember seeing something like that. Like some Gigan representations were like teal colored, green, some were green. Midnight. This is just a recolor, I guess. Daikaizen Alt. Burning Star. Nebula. Save the Earth Classic. We always gotta have one of those. Gigan from the DS. This is like a fat chicken from a movie. It looks like a fat chicken from like a Disney movie or something. Trendmasters. The only Trendmasters thing I've heard of was the Zilla, and I know they went like bankrupt, but like the Zilla, that's the only like thing I know of. Gigan Miles, that's cool. I like that. I've seen the Godzilla vs. Gigan 2019. Yeah, it's cool. Now let's return to the monster database. And let's move on to Megalon. Here he is. After numerous nuclear bomb tests ravaged the underground land of Seatopia, its people sent their ancient insectoid guardian known as Megalon to destroy humanity, with the assistance of Gigan. Since this initial attack, the Cetopians and their guardian have been a command threat to the Earth. Megalon is rarely seen without his partner Gigan, the duo being a powerful force of destruction to be reckoned with in the modern day, and with the M-Space Hunter Nebula aliens being a part of the Vortex Council. The forces of the allied Cetopians are included in the war being waged against Earth, thus leading to Megalon being one of the many monsters rampaging through Earth cities alongside other Vortex threats. Megalon has powerful flying and burrowing capabilities along with electrical horns, beams, and napalm mouth bombs, and often used in conjunction to trap and conquer its opponents. Model looks amazing, once again. We got more details. The subterranean bug brother to Gigan, Megalon is the most comfortable digging underneath his opponents and structures to wreak havoc on the kaiju battlefield, using multi-hits and surprise attacks. Megalon screeches and laughs his way to victory. He makes use of it out of energy-based digging, which monsters can grab others out of whilst invulnerable underneath them. In addition to grabbing, like in Save the Earth, Megalon can now resurface with an attack hitbox, creating a 50-50 from his much faster digging. Yeah, I noticed as soon as I played how fast it was. His beam attack consists of 3 different stages of lightning, the weakest charge being nearly identical to King Ghidorah's yellow lightning. Again, because from the movie, it was the same stock footage when he was beaming. The medium beam being a thicker stream of bolts, having the strongest having a purplish hue of pure lightning and cause the most destructive damage. Megalon's secondary special is his napalm bombs from his mouth, which can cause the opponent to become tripped and stunned. Megalon has a multitude of taunts at his disposal and many tricky ways to catch the opponent off guard and snatch them from under their feet. That's a part of one of my combos. Megalon skins. There we go. Now we got the Daikaizen alternate appearance. Domination. That was like an arcade game, I think. Trendmasters. Again, I don't know much about Trendmasters. And then here is Megalon from Godzilla Unleashed for the DS. This one. Here's the Save the Earth Classic and Gemstone. That is a cool looking one. I just saw that they had like posted a reveal on it. Not that, like a few days ago, I think. It looks amazing. Now let's go in again. Orga. Also, the music that you're hearing in the background is the official soundtrack for Save the Earth Melee, so that's cool. Orga, my favorite Save the Earth character. As the Vortex devices continue to erupt monsters from their wake, they summon something unexpected, an ancient Millennium ship previously dormant on the ocean floor for 60 million years. After the Millennium aliens within the ship absorbed Godzilla's organizer, G1, into their collective form, they combined into a singular enormous beast known as Orga. The mutant abomination possesses Godzilla's gorilla strength and enhanced regenerative abilities, able to heal and recover from its dire injuries in a matter of seconds. A hulking brute, it often uses its enormous and powerful claws to grapple and throw the opponents with ease, using its shoulder cannon to fire beams once out of reach. Orga is a lone abomination with no place in the world, roaming the earth aimlessly with no motives other than its own survival, desperately searching for more organizer to vials to sustain itself. Okay. Depressing at the end. The mega alien monstrosity known as Orga is the mutant half offspring of Godzilla and the colonial life form known as the Millenniums. Orga has freakishly large hands, which he uses to grab, strangle, grapple, and juggle his opponents, tossing them around like vinyl toys. Orga gets an insane amount of damage off of a single grab, and he can also steal beams off a single grab. By inputting his special ability, Orga can steal fully charged beams from his opponent, mimicking the ability seen in Godzilla 2000. Yeah, I noticed that. In the trailer, he was shown like stealing all types of stuff. Orga is a DNA replicating monster and uses other kaiju's own special beams abilities and damage against them in spectacular fashion. Orga is quite large and slow, but makes up for it with quick bouts of movement and speed, allowing him to jump great distances and attack his big slappy hands. Oopsies. His hands are primarily weapon, being what he uses to grapple other monsters and follow up with attacks with his throw angles. In addition to stealing other beams, Orga also has his own tractor-like UFO beam in the form of his own shoulder cannon, which pulls enemies towards him, allowing for an easier time closing the distance and landing that grab. Fun. Not very much skins here. So we got Orga model, looks amazing. We got Org. Smile, just stupid. Save the Earth Classic and Bandai. I have this one. It's very silly. All right. Return to that monster database. Oh, my mouse disappeared. Where'd it go? There we go. Alright. Now let's click Space Godzilla. Here we go. Alright. Alright. In 1995, a mutant crystalline monster from outer space appeared, its name being Space Godzilla, after striking resemblance and relation to the monster. Its origins is unknown, but after many theorize that it appeared after Biolante's G-cell spores entered a black hole after exiting Earth's atmosphere, coming out in contact with assimilating crystalline organisms, merging and ultimately creating a near unstoppable cosmic monster. This alien abomination is a powerful and extremely intelligent creature, often showing complex displays of planned combat when fighting against an opponent. Space Godzilla has many crystal-based abilities, most notably his habit of forming gigantic crystal structures that emerge from the Earth to power and heal itself. Other abilities include the Corona Beam, Geokinesis, energy, manipulation, and flight. Space Godzilla has returned to Earth after escaping Vortep capture, the aliens failing to gain control over its resilient mind after its breakout. It's returned to continue its quest of destroying Godzilla so that no threat will remain in its path to total crystalline Earth assimilation. I do really love this model too, though the Save the Earth one is really nostalgic. The giant alien clone of Godzilla evolved from a distant white hole in the farthest reaches of space, commanding up to 6 crystalline towers on the battlefield. Space Godzilla is able to use these structures to recharge energy and power up his various psychic and long-range telekinetic attacks to combat monsters without touching them. Space Godzilla is able to use his telepathic waves to grab opponents from extremely long distances and toss them around like a rag doll, having a multitude of crystalline and physical projectiles. Space Godzilla, as a slow, heavy zoner monster with an emphasis of playing keep away, his 6 crystals can be used as an area denial, and in addition to charging energy and spreading them across the map. These crystals can be destroyed as Space Godzilla's special ability. Upon destroying a crystal, Space Godzilla heals back 6 health. Recalling an entire crystal field would recharge up to 36 health. Using special ability without any crystals on the field activates Godzilla's polygonal shield, which reflects projectiles while active and recharges energy, becoming an alternative playstyle for him. I'd never seen that before. I need to try that. Here are the skins for him. Hello. Here is Space Godzilla's normal thing, Trendmasters. I recognize his look, but I don't remember the figure, but I do recognize that. 40th Trendmaster again. Red concept art. Cool. Space Godzilla from Unleashed Double Smash, and in Save the Earth Melee, and Save the Earth Classic. Now let's move to, where is it? There it is. For here we go. We're going Gigan now. After a near-fatal battle against a jaguar, Gigan's comatose body was retrieved by the Vortech and was put into containment with the unexpected escape of Godzilla from alien capture. The Vortech fleet have to strengthen its forces to compensate. Queen Vorticia stated, ordered further cybernetic modification to Gigan's body to stand a chance against the threat of Godzilla, who nearly defeated Gigan numerous times before forced. Despite the Tembulan's concerns, with this operation, Gigan received plated biomechanical armoring and heavy weaponry, ranging from puncture cables, spinning saw blade disc, grappling tail claws, further applied spiked appendages, among numerous and other enhancements. The operation was a success, with Gigan being much more efficient in battle, albeit and unforeseen drawbacks of slower movement and general pain from the heavy alterations of this vortex is very confident is Gigan's newfound ability standing toe to toe against Godzilla. Here's a picture. He looks really good. After excessive augmentations from his base cyborg form, Gigan underwent significant upgrades to his weapon capabilities and overall biology at the hands of the Vortech, being a new soldier of a different alien force. This Gigan has severed its ties to the Space Center Nebula. Oops, again happened. Nebula M aliens, and therefore lost its telepathy ability to connect with gems and manipulate his position in time via teleportation. The Gigan Final Wars has been augmented with a teleporter which is connected to the Vortech mothership, whether he's beamed up via a UFO light and then beamed back down from the sky at the exact location of the enemy monster. This is similar to Gigan's teleport ability from Godzilla Save the Earth. Final Wars Gigan also has the ability to fly. Good. Showa Gigan receives the omnidirectional grounded teleport, while Millennium Gigan gets the homing teleport via UFO beams. Yeah. This Gigan, instead of having a secondary special in the form of a shotgun blast, has a Gigarium cluster spread to his normal beam, which grows in power over its charge. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. Because I didn't want the beam, it wasn't, yeah. It was like, if Gigan already has the beam, he needs that mega cluster. He also possesses flying buzzsaws, which track and damage the opponent as energy projectiles. Don't know how it's probably just like the rockets. I was just about to say, I don't know how that would do that, but it's probably just the rockets. Alright. I forgot to go full screen. It's always I forget to do something. Jeez, I can never get it right. Fun. For one, we got Gigan 2004. Gigan's mom from Godziban. Never seen it. If I should watch it, tell me, because I might. Because I'm in the middle of watching Ultraman though, so probably gonna finish that first. Astro recolor. Is this like a black version? I don't know, but oh yeah, it is modified black. Yeah, Astro. Okay. Aqua recolor, really cool. Crimson. Is this like Gigan Rex? Fun. Cadaver. Cool. He looks like Evangelion a little bit. Bone and Gigan Rex. Okay. Okay. Fun. Modified Gigan. That's what I've wanted. That's what I've been wanting. Modified Black, Astro, and modified put together Lawnmower and Death Trigger. I've seen Death Trigger on Amazon multiple times. It's appeared on my feed way too much. And it's funny. Anyways, probably I'm never gonna use this. I'm probably just gonna use the modified Gigan because modified Gigan is sick as heck. But yeah. Alright, next we got Kiryu. And just saying, this video has been going on for around like 30 minutes now, and I said it was going to be 30 minutes. It's probably going to be 2 hours. So have fun, I guess. As the Vortex War began, G-Force clamored to finish the third mecha unit they began construction on years ago, Kiryu. This was supposed to be the ultimate weapon to finally destroy Godzilla. The super weapon used the ancient skeletal frame of the original Godzilla, as it could sustain its own enormous weight with this. They were able to make the unit far more flexible and agile than past units such as Super Mechagodzilla and Mogira. The unit was armed to the teeth with state-of-the-art weaponry, most notably the Absolute Zero cannon built into its chest, a weapon that could supposedly be the killing blow to Godzilla. It began construction many years ago and was nearly finished, but it never completed. This was due to the lack of monster attacks for decades at the time, giving investing governments less and less reason for funding such an enormously expensive project, putting the weapon's construction on indefinite hiatus. That is until now. Cool. How expensive would it be to make Kiryu with the pack in real life? That'd be insane. Kiryu was manufactured by the JSDF as the mechanical answer to the Millennium Godzilla. The MFS-3 unit exists to counter Godzilla's strengths. It is a faster, although weaker physically. Its homing missiles attacks mirror Godzilla's straightforward fireballs. Kiryu's top run speed is just slightly faster than Godzilla's, and while the organic kaiju runs on the ground at a considerable pace with a lot of power, Kiryu is the king of the skies. Kiryu flies high above the other monsters, waiting like a hawk for the right opportunity to grab the opponent. This Mechagodzilla 3 is one of the best fighters at bringing monsters to the barrier, and is an excellent and professional hit-and-run showdown character. Rushdown character. Getting in quickly, dealing damage, and exerting that same pressure to deal strings of damage. Unrelenting and guessing correctly, some of the best pilots in the JSDF use Kiryu. Though the underlings fear they might not be able to control this unpredictable mecha unit, Kiryu has been known to go rogue, and some say it has a mind of its own. If you find yourself piloting Kiryu and pick up the Rage power-up, use your Absolute Zero cannon and go. Whoa. How fun. Here it's skins. Yep, 2002 Arsenals, but everyone has been wanting for so long, but they never added it in any of the games. Yeah, the Arsenal here, this is what we've been wanting, not this. I don't know why they didn't give him the back unit. Here's Possessed with the red eyes. 2002 Black. I always loved the Black Kiryu. It's been really cool. 2003 Arsenal with the fun thing. Yeah. Drill Hand with battle damage. Gundam. Don't know what that is. 2003 Matted Black. Evangelion. That's like, the only reason I recognize it because it was an SH Monster Arts figure, but fun. Dragon Zord from Power Rangers, and then Mechagodzilla from Godzilla Unleashed Double Smash, and Mechagodzilla 2021. Wow, very cool. I was not expecting them to add 2021 here. Probably gonna upgrade the model. If they do, it probably look really good. But this one also looks good, so I'm excited to see what we'll do with this. Here is Godzilla Heisei, or Godzilla 90s as it was called in the game. Over 30 years after the original Godzilla died beneath the gray waves of the ocean in 1954, another rose from the ashes. Ever since its ancient dormancy in the ocean was interrupted by a volcanic explosion at Daiokoku Island in 1985. This second Godzilla has plagued humanity for decades, resistant to all man-made weapons and undefeated in any battle he has ever encountered. He remains the single most powerful and dangerous monster the world has seen, humanity having yet to stand a chance against his reign of terror, while Godzilla is considered a massive threat to mankind. He is seen as a necessary evil. The monster's role against the Vortex and its offending forces is crucial for our survival, often being the only force capable of defeating the Vortex monsters and super weapons. Heisei Godzilla is the other side of the coin of Millennium Godzilla, and if Godzilla 2000 is the game's archetypical rushdown, then 90 is the game's most basal super heavyweight. Heisei is an incredibly huge bruiser, capable of dealing tremendous damage in just a few blows. He also has incredibly powerful beams, which are used to completely obliterate his foes, differing from Millennium Godzilla in many ways. Heisei doesn't feel the need to run. He takes his time, often avoid direct conflict altogether to hold his ground and volley beams at the opponent, instead of having a rush down forward X like Millennium. Heisei Godzilla has a power walk forward X. He simply boss walks forward with super armor and can cancel it at any time. Very cool. Simply saying no to any oncoming attack. This Godzilla consists of a late multitude of fighting styles and skins based heavily on the late 80s and early 90s era of Godzilla material. He has multiple rage attacks he could choose from, many being powered up versions of his many nuclear attacks, like his atomic breaths become a spiral ray, fireball becoming an enormous heat-seeking fireball, and burning Godzilla possessing the rage of which always results in a draw. Meltdown with non-burning Heisei skins, activating Godzilla's standard rage for AB will result in a 30-second transformation to Super Godzilla. That's cool. Rage attacks to pick from? You know, if you like playing as that one kaiju, it's like, oh, yep, I gotta use the rage attack again. You can use more than one this time. That's cool. Never really thought they would do that. Right, here's the skins. Nice. Oh, here's Super Godzilla's at the top, with look like Space Godzilla on the far right. Oh my god, there's a lot of skins here. Alright, so. Here's 1990s. We already listened to. Heisei, relevant. Oh, this one is the one we haven't listened to. Nope, we have. Anyways. Burning. That's cool. Skin. '84 Cybot. It's the animatronic. Ah, that's scary. Okay. Why we didn't need two 84 skins? Okay, I'm just saying we didn't need that. Pipeworks, the original game. Where's? Oh wait. Oh yeah. Pipeworks, Save the Earth had like the same models, didn't they? Reactor Glow, Toxic, Trendmaster, Super Godzilla. I want to hear this. Oh, it's just the same one. The trend. Okay, yeah, I don't know why are there so many Trendmasters here. Do I not know? Do I not know about nothing about Trendmasters? Meltdown, again, Imperial. Yeah, I know this is like one of the first ever Godzilla figures, and it's old. Like it's from like the 84, and that's all I know about it. Snow Godzilla from that one anime. Then Super Godzilla's at the top. Alright, up here. Mothra. Everyone's favorite giant battle moth thing. 12,000 years ago, Mothra was born to protect the people of Earth. She is a peaceful deity and a friend to humanity, often fighting and risking her life to save the Earth. Its creatures from other destruction. The monster is considered an ally to G-Force, often fighting alongside their forces against a common enemy. However, Mothra and the people of Infinite Island make decisions on their own, sometimes rejecting and going against G-Force's wishes where they see fit. Ever since her grand battle against Godzilla in 1993, I thought it was 92, whatever, she has been missing in action. The Elder Mothra that fought in 1993 had died shortly after bringing the Shabogen to tell the initial warning of these to come, leaving an egg behind that has yet to hatch. With the recent threats of Vortex War, humanity prays for Mothra's grand return. Very cool. Here's a GIF that you can watch. Here's a Mothra larva model. Looks good. Didn't look ugly like the last one. The divine moth begins its life as a humble larva, hatching from a blue and yellow egg in a pair of Mothra larvae. is a indeterministic gender until it undergoes metamorphosis. After cocooning itself, the Mothra larva changes into an adult winged flying moth known as an imago form. It can be either female or male. The males are known as Leo to transform. Larva players press both left trigger and right trigger at the same time to perform larva's special ability and become a female imago. To become the male Leo Mothra, the larva must press both bumpers at the same time instead. Bumpers. Oh yeah. Mothra Leo, Rainbow Mothra, differs from the imago in a variety of ways, including his weapon, abilities, size, speed, and more. Mothra Imago is far more of a defensive character as opposed to Leo, who is offensive and full of vengeance, using a variety of weapons attacks at his disposal, while Imago has heals and stuns and defensive moves. Their rage attack is Fire Mothra. Oh yeah, from Final Wars. Whether in Mothra charges forward while bursting in flames with the opponent. She dies in an inferno, leaving behind an egg and producing a new larva. That is cool. Why didn't the original game do that? Gee, you know what? I am loving this even more. I don't know why I didn't read this in the first place. Continuing the life cycle, it is possible for the same Mothra to renew into a male and female in the same life. Mothra larva is no longer heals back to max health when transforming, instead of retaining the health she had before cocooning. Any are selectable from the menu. That is sick. Having Fire Mothra is the rage is insane. But the amount of I feel like the amount of code that would take is gonna take a long time. So maybe in version 3, actually version 4 might be when Mothra might be releasing. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I'm just making things. I don't know. Yeah. Now I know why there are 3 here. Showa and Leo. That is the male and the female. Green eye, green. Cool. Heisei and Rainbow. GMK and Aqua. Okay. Final Wars and Eternal. Monsterverse Imago and Leo. I forget. Oh yeah, there were 2 Mothras. Mothra from the DS. And another one. Just a green one. Yeah. Probably, I just saw this and I got jump scared a little bit. My god, this is adorable. But still, Mothra probably gonna be one of the most updated characters. It sounds insanely cool. Anyways, moving on to King Ghidorah. This, I think, oopsies. This might be the model for the game. I don't think it is, but it might be. That'd be cool if it was, though. Thousands of years ago, the ancient alien planet destroyer known as King Ghidorah waged a one-sided war on the planet Venus, eradicating its civilization and rendering it an uninhabitable wasteland. This was the only time of many victimized planets destroyed by the monster's unprecedented power, with Earth planned to be the next. Using its explosive gravity beams and a colossal limbs, Ghidorah ravages the land its alien controllers order it to with ease. with the only force capable of putting it at bay being Godzilla. The three-headed behemoth has plagued Earth since 1964, unleashed on the planet's large cities by the Exilians. Since Ghidorah's last defeat in 1999 under the Kilax, both him and the Exilians have vanished. That is until his recent arrival before they brought forth by the Vortex. However, they use him hesitantly for his tendency to leave absolutely nothing behind to conquer in his wake. That is cool. The three-headed dragon alien is as tall as a skyscraper, hits like 3 freight trains, and is as large as a flying battleship. King Ghidorah explodes into the battle in a fiery inferno with his companion gagging exploding from his gem. The king makes use of his range attacks and whiff punches. King Ghidorah, in place of his heal from Godzilla Save the Earth, instead now as an attack counter. Ghidorah shocks his abdomen with gravity lightning and surges electricity out in all directions, damaging any attempt to hit him out of it. In addition, gravity beams while on the ground or while flying. Ghidorah makes use of his massive wings to flap gusts of wind at the opponent for his secondary special. Okay. His juggles are quite extensive and make use of his neck as length to keep enemies at a favorable distance of range. His range attack has been overhauled, good, with his wingtips surging electrical lightning in all directions. Yep, from King of the Monsters, being the overhauled attack now, because it was kind of just a copy of Rodan's. His counterpart, Mecha King Ghidorah, shares similarities, but exemplifies their differences. Mecha King Ghidorah is more of a flying weapons expert, while King Ghidorah is more of a grounded juggler who has the ability to fly. His gravity beams are deadly, especially while fired in the air. They now shoot sporadically. Yeah. This is what he's gonna look like when he enters. The fireball that he appears in like all the movies. Here's the skins for him. We got 64, the original, the base one. Then we get the Heisei version, probably the one I'm going to be using. 2019. Is that the model for it? That's cool. Grand King Ghidorah, red, white, and blue. That's yellow. You can't tell me otherwise. Cretaceous Ghidorah from Rebirth of Mothra 3. 2001 King Ghidorah, my favorite one. Probably gonna main him actually. Oh, the Dome Trap, the one they trapped all the kids in the movie. He's a child abductor. Anyways, Ghidorah from the DS Godzilla Unleashed. Yeah, and the Save the Earth Classic, and then the Destroy All Monsters Melee Classic. And then yeah, that's it. I told the soundtrack to loop. Why didn't it loop? I told it specifically to loop. Ugh, whatever. Alright, back to what we were doing. 23, this has almost been an hour now. Ugh, okay. That doesn't change anything. We can still do this. Now it's time for Destroya. In 1954, Daisuke Serizawa detonated the oxygen destroyer underneath Tokyo Bay to kill the original Godzilla. The chemical weapon mutated a colony of microscopic organisms that had survived near the base since around 542,000 BCE. The organisms had an unusual reaction to the weapon, causing them to begin to accelerate abnormally path of evolution, incorporating micro-oxygen into their biological processes. 67 years later, the alien vortex organizer G1 devices disrupt the organism's dormancy, causing them to resume their accelerated evolution path, going through various forms until it's currently known as Destroya. Being a composite life form, it is capable of dividing itself into hundreds of organisms and recombining to a single being. Its immense physical strength combined with flight and staggeringly strong enough energy-based attacks make it powerful to an unpredicted degree. It is considered the single greatest threat to Earth of its recent appearance. Its existence and power also feared by the Vortek, who plan to make the planet it lives on the new home of the Council's native species. That's a sick image. Got a gif here and a picture here of its new rage attack. One of the largest and hardest hitting kaiju on the planet, the colonial organism Destroya is an excessive super heavyweight monster who will pummel anything it sees into the ground with one hand. Destroya and Savior of Melee has quite new features from the previous games, while inheriting a good bit from both Destroy Monsters Melee and Godzilla Unleashed on the Wii. Destroya has unleashed idols. It does? Does it? Oh yeah, it does. I just watched the GIF again. Walks and runs. That's what I thought. It also has many weapon functionalities and energy requirements he does from Destroy Monsters Melee. Horn Katana in particular is a massively overhauled edition. The sword is lasers now unblockable and has a gorgeous red trail effect and a brand new orange glowing katana particle. Destroy is famous for his back X attack and the BFK. This move is notable for possessing super armor, meaning it can't be interrupted. Destroyer also has new attacks in Savior of Melee, such as the Oxygen Destroyer, an unblockable special ability which bubbles to the surface as Destroyer shoots an OD mine towards the sky and awaits for the impact. It's the old rage attack from the Save the Earth. He also has the Oxygen Absorber Orbs and a Micro Oxygen Beam which does more damage the closer it is. Very cool. Skins here. First is Destroya. Oh. Yep. Destroya, Pipeworks, Devilman, another recolor, Okamoto, recolor, World Eater, recolor, Gold, really cool, Destroya from the DS, Save the Earth Classic, this is the old one. I'm so glad they gave him eyes. For some reason, the old game he just didn't have eyes. Save the Earth Classic and Destroy All Monsters Melee Classic. He was way too purple in Destroy All Monsters Melee. I'm so glad they made him red. Pipeworks colors too. Alright. I'm gonna have the playlist loop because I can. Anyways, next up, Titanosaurus. We love Titanosaurus here on this channel. He is a very good kaiju. In the summer of 1975, the alien simians suddenly unleashed their second wave of attack. Mechagodzilla's terror once again, funny, reigned. It was, at the same time, a newly discovered sea creature emerged from the Ogasawara Seabed, being abnormally enraged and attacking oddly specific locations. This usually tranquil giant Titanosaurus was revealed to be under control by the aliens' hand. The cooperative effort of the two nearly killed and buried Godzilla in a shallow grave, being one of the most difficult battles the monster has ever experienced. Titanosaurus' unpredicted proportional strength combined with the hurricane winds its tail produces make it easily one of the most powerful naturally occurring creatures on Earth. After its defeat, it fell back into the ocean waters, its body missing but presumed dead. No! In modern day, Titanosaurus is once again rising. Yay! Being under vortex control. No! Earth cities feared the appearance of the simians' biomechanical duo, their combined destruction being the least merciful by far. Interestingly, however, Titanosaurus seems to break in and out of mind control, fighting back against the alien captors when able to. Will the prehistoric titan forever remain enslaved, or will it finally break free? Why is this so left and right? Oh, they already got it into the game. Look at that. That's, if I am a nerd, that is right there is the New York map from Save the Earth. The only request I have is that they make his eyes smaller. They are way too comically big. Like, look at that. Comically big. You, like, in here you can barely see him. I mean, he did look good in the game, but he just didn't look orange enough. Don't know if you can understand that one. Is there an ad playing? Nope, that's just one of the things. Okay. They also got his other model in here too. He's a weak character. I don't know how they're gonna get him in here though. It's weird. This deep sea kaiju is one of the most iconic and beloved inclusions of Godzilla Unleashed. We're happy we can make it over to save the Earth. Yeah. Being a water-based monster, Titanosaurus, like Godzilla, has some extra abilities while swimming in the water, including a different beam attack. Which involves to use tail. Okay, a tail. As a paddle to create big waves in the ocean. On land, Titanosaurus' chargeable beam attack is a tail wind-up move in which he creates a tornado from the base of his tail. This increases in power depending on how long Titanosaurus is charging it up for, pushing away on weaker charges while pulling inward on the strongest charge, allowing Titanosaurus to combo with the wind and sea. Titanosaurus takes many animations from Godzilla Unleashed, but was primarily based and made possible by Godzilla 2000 Save the Earth skeleton rig. We gotta thank Godzilla 2000 for his inclusion here. This is day one of the monster manual. This is certainly a surprising and fan favorite monster to reveal on the day one of the monster manual, but we're happy and confident with our ability to achieve and what we want with him, and we're glad you voted him so highly. We love Titanosaurus. See skins. Alright. Got Titanosaurus. Man, the show music was so good. Titanosaurus from the original one, Deep Sea Kaiju, who's like a blue one from Godzilla Unleashed overhaul. Abyss Titano, which is this one. Gangster Goliath from looks like a comic, and looks like Kamunga is in that frame as well. Meister Titano from 2075, and then Titanosaurus from the DS, as we can see right here. Here is Mecha King Ghidorah. After the defeat of the second generation King Ghidorah in 1992, its Komoto's body and the skeletal frame was used to create the base for a super weapon created with technology of the 23rd century. This weapon returned to modern times after being built in the future to stop Godzilla's destruction of Tokyo. That would supposedly lead to the destruction of Japan in its entirety. The machine succeeded at halting Godzilla's rampage, ultimately dumping the beast back into the ocean waters after this battle. Mecha King Ghidorah was retrieved and repaired of its damages. The study and knowledge of its futuristic technology led to the creation of all future mecha units, such as Super Mechagodzilla and Mogira, along with the future versions of the Super X. Fun. In the old game, I forget what I know in the old game, the middle head didn't look as accurate, and I hope they make it more accurate, because it's gonna be cool. This futuristic mecha is in a weird spot. He hasn't been worked on for over a year, but the progress done on him was substantial. Firstly, his shield, which healed when blocking beams, has reworked into a two-part shield move. Okay. One of his standing block, which negates all weapon damage for energy and can be turned off by holding back in place of having a block retreat. The other is its special ability, a Smash Bros. Shine like shield hitbox. This mech can use in different combos and to exert pressure. If held long enough, a reflector is enabled on Mecha King Ghidorah, which prevents all weapon damage for 15 seconds, so like his rage attack. Mecha King Ghidorah is primarily an aerial-based bombing monster with weapon abilities being these weapons are based on energy. This unit requires access to energy at any given moment. Mecha King Ghidorah was retrofitted with the ability to sap energy from opponents it grabs with its mouth or tail. It also possesses different beam types, with its aerial beams being separate, blue and red beams, and its grounded version being a complete purple solid stream. We want its rage attack to be the machine hand, though we don't know if this is possible to accomplish through model editing. Yeah, that'd be cool if it was the machine hand. But even if it's not, this sounds cool. See the skins here. And the roar. Alright. Here's Mecha King Ghidorah with the rainbow foil, which seems to already be in game. The Crimson Recolor, which looks from Unleashed. Mecha Death Ghidorah, augmented with metal parts. Hyper Mecha King Ghidorah, a fully mechanical King Ghidorah, so 3 mechanical heads. Mecha Godzilla 2's legs, for some reason. And some mechanical wings and tail. That's cool. Mecha King Ghidorah from the DS with noodle-like necks. Okay. Save the Earth Classic and Destroy All Monsters Melee Classic. I might get Destroy All Monsters Melee soon. I don't know. Is it a good game? I heard Save the Earth better, but I have it like 20 feet away from me. But just need to. Yeah. Want to see if I should get Melee. Alright, so 12,000 years ago, an ancient civilization created oh yeah, it's Batra. Yeah, we're doing Batra now. Didn't know if they were going to add it because it's an identical Mothra, but they find a way. Alright, so. 12,000 years ago, an ancient civilization created a climate-controlling device. This device was far too powerful, and in relation to Earth itself, birthed a dark monster into a world to destroy it. This moth deity, known as Batra, destroyed the device, but went beyond his set purpose of protecting Earth. He attempted to destroy humanity altogether so that he could never pose a threat to his Earth ever again. This angered Mothra, who retaliated against the Dark Moth's destruction. This caused a great war between the two, eventually ending with Batra's defeat at the cost of an ancient civilization. He was sealed away in the North Sea, never to be seen again. However, with the threat of the Vortex Great War on his Earth, the Shabajan warns that Batra is soon to awaken to finish the quest that he began all those years ago. Fun. Okay. The Yin, Mothra's Yang. Batra is one of the first monsters ever added to Save the Earth Melee. In fact, he's been planned and implemented for so long, he was one of the first monsters to save the Earth overall. Wow, okay. Batra was first added to the game on February 21st via the Batra and Larva model from Godzilla Unleashed PS2. The model from Godzilla Unleashed PS2 is infamous for being not great, but it's being tweaked heavily. Good. The idea for Batra is to be an identical, intentional clone of Mothra. Why? But with its own twists on certain mechanics, such as transforming while Mothra transforms as a special ability, and can pick between Imago or Leo. Batra transforms as the larva's rage. Okay, weird. And back to Larva for the Imago's rage. Okay. Both Imago and Larva can be selected from the main menu, okay, separately. Mothra has the moveset and animation lifted and inspired more from Godzilla Unleashed Wii. Okay, so Mothra has more of a Wii moveset? Okay. While Batra has the traditional Save the Earth Mama moveset, okay. And animation set. Batra will also be scrappier, tankier, and more built for physical combat, so there will be differences. Good. With all animations being lower to the ground, while Mothra is mobile short beams, Batra has a traditional beam charge. Alright. Is this like a model comparison? Because this is the one that they've been doing, and this is the one that this Unleashed. Looks good. Alright, now we're moving on to Super Mechagodzilla. Or Mechagodzilla 2, depending if he has Garuda or not. When the Mecha King Ghidorah unit was retrieved from the ocean after its confrontation with Godzilla, its futuristic technology was studied by G-Force and used to create a new weapon, Super Mecha Godzilla. This unit proved to be far more powerful than the previous, as its entire body was composed of a diamond-coated metal rather than a bionic approach with the former Mecha King Ghidorah. Super Mecha Godzilla was first used in 1994 in an attempt to finally demobilize and eliminate Godzilla. The mecha unit came the closest to killing Godzilla than any previous opponent, Godzilla's life only being saved after Fire Rodan intervened. Mechagodzilla is armed with the state-of-the-art weaponry such as a Mega Buster, laser cannon, shock anchors, and plasma grenade. The image is so funny. The super weapons heavyweight. The super weapons heavyweight, Super Mechagodzilla, is the mechanical king of projectiles and weapons, capable of hovering indefinitely and flying for short bursts at great speeds. Super Mechagodzilla possesses a huge arsenal, a far cry from Mechagodzilla 2 from Godzilla Save the Earth from 2004, who had one weapon, plasma grenade, in that game. So, Mechagodzilla 2's neutral B, back, up, and down were not down, but we're all plasma grenade. Down B, okay. Down B, rear B, and were jet engine sweep. And forward B was a flying attack. Of all the weapons Super Godzilla had in this film, we knew we had to work our cut out for this with this fighter, and we were right. It took over a year of work for this moveset. Now Super Godzilla has far more than just plasma grenade. What was once 3 input slots is now just back B. And they can be angled up or down, so what was once 3 inputs for no variations is now 1 input for 3. Neutral B is the now powerful mouth Rainbow B Mega Buster. Up B is a stunning anchor punch. Right bumper are tasing shock anchors. Hold right bumper are eye laser cannons, and holding down B unleashes all the weapons in the unit. Holding down B, hold down B, unleashes all the weapons on the unit, contains at once barrage. This is the JSDF's big guns. And then we got almost a full set of skins here. Oh yeah, the Orai Mechagodzilla was shown not that long ago on the Discord. We got the normal one, Mechagodzilla 2. This is the one, with the Pipeworks colored attacks. Don't know why, but yeah. Rust Bucket, just no eye and darker, beat up. He has Garuda. Black. Oh, we have a matte black for him too. Nice. Manga, who won a contest. Fun. Eva Zero from Unit 0. Red Super Godzilla from concept art. Special kaiju off, just a camo. That's cool. Destroy All Monsters Melee Classic and Save the Earth Classic. For some reason, the pose he's in just looks like he's about to take a dump. I mean, just taking a dump on this moveset because it was kind of bad. But Orai Mechagodzilla from the original design. That's cool. Alright. Now let's return to the database. And then go to Showa Godzilla. I'm excited for this one. Oop, wrong button. Alright, no. There. So, here are the pictures. This is an official one too. This is 62 Godzilla. And it looks great. After the original Godzilla died beneath the grey waves of the ocean in 1954, a second appeared less than a year later when Osaka was left in ruins after being caught in the crossfire of Godzilla and Ghidorah's fierce battle. Godzilla was spotted on an icy island close by. The JSDF buried the beast with the island's mountains of ice using explosive fighter jet missiles, demobilizing the monster and forcing it into a state of hibernation. For 7 years later, Godzilla escaped his frozen prison after a submarine crashed into the iceberg containing the monster, which had departed the island long before. Ever since that fateful accident, Godzilla's reign of terror continued for decades, gradually becoming a necessary evil humanity must live with in order to survive against alien invasions and monster attacks. Godzilla is both considered the single greatest threat to humanity and Earth's strongest protector. Godzilla's incredible gorilla strength, combined with his immensely powerful thermonuclear breath and advanced regenerative abilities, make him a terrifying and undefeated force of destruction to be reckoned with. You know, when I was younger and I got this game, I always was like, you know, I love this game, I love the characters, I love the everything, but I would always just love to think, you know, it'd be cool if I could just play as, like, you know, Showa Godzilla, you know, like the old one, or I could, you know, play as other characters that didn't make it into the game. I always had so many dreams about that, of having it, but this game has fulfilled those, and now I am very happy. Alright. The legacy of Showa Godzilla spans across decades and generations, beginning as the harbinger of nuclear destruction and an allegory for weapons. Godzilla evolved into a beloved hero of Japan and icon of the world. This wackier and goofier take on Godzilla represents a more charming and iconic time in Godzilla's legacy, containing suits from across 62 to 75, with TV shows, Godzilla games, toys, and more being able to play as. Showa Godzilla is a Godzilla's fans' dream to come true. Exactly, that's what I said. Especially the older, more retro Godzilla lovers. This incarnation has a wacky moveset, with the more iconic Megalon dropkick being an attack. Very cool. With his dance from Invasion of Astro Monster as a taunt. Wow. And his whole kit is stuffed to the brim with references from the first Godzilla era. Godzilla's rage attack involves his famous scene from Godzilla vs. Hedorah. Godzilla rears in preparation and looks at the ground. The music changes to a heroic theme as Godzilla's atomic breath hits the ground, taking flight, and the music, he tracks down the opponent and spikes him into the ground. That's crazy. This Godzilla is not one to be messed with. That is cool. I love that. He had an entire cutscene as his rage attack. 68 from... Okay, we got an abundance of roars here. Toward look. They're all taking flight. So yeah, 62, which is the official image for it. The first one I think ever to be like announced. '62 was always one of my favorite Godzilla designs. Look cool. 64 from Ghidorah, three-headed monster. '65 from Invasion of Astro Monster. Hentorium Burn. With one eye. 67. Sandy Emergence. I always loved this scene. He always looked so good in that scene with the sand. It was always cool. Rage, magnetic field. Wait, that's different. That might just be like a copy of Megalon's or something. Still really cool though. Also, this is an official model. Hanna-Barbera. Ha. And I'm pretty sure this is an official model too. That they announced.
Godzilla!
Okay. NES from the Monsters of Monsters. It'd be cool if his like punching effects would be like you know, the like that sound effect. It might be father and son. That's funny. Just seeing Manila just swinging around as you're beating up the other person, and then the Marvel cover. That's cool. Next we got... We're like halfway through. We should be happy. Anguirus. We love Anguirus. Is that... That's a toy, right? Yeah, it's a toy. I know that's what I was thinking. Or is it? Yeah. Wait. Yeah, that's a toy. Less than a year after Godzilla's initial appearance in '54, a pilot scouting the ocean floor for schools of, scouting the ocean for schools of fish discovered two giant prehistoric beasts on a remote Iwado Island. Just days after making this discovery, Godzilla came ashore in Osaka with the second monster known as Anguirus following shortly after. Many theorize this ankylosaur specimen was awakened by the same nuclear bomb test that drove the first Godzilla out of the waters a year prior, angering it and causing the rampage. A second Anguirus was confirmed years after the previous animal's death. This one younger and more docile. After being captured, it lived peacefully in captivity on Monster Island for the majority of its life. However, with Monster Island security measures being destroyed by the vortex, Anguirus was one of the many monsters who escaped through the island's waters onto the mainland, mindlessly hunting down the vortex planted G-cell devices alongside other aggravated monsters. Here we are. What's this? Is that gonna be an emote? That's like a taunt? That's cool. That's from 72 when Godzilla and Anguirus were communicating with each other. You know, they were just talking about stuff. They were being chill. Alright. The rolling ball monster is a deceptively fast defensive demon who uses his spike carapace to his advantage in both combat and movement. Anguirus is able to roll up in a ball form and freely move around and jump at will, having a spiked hitbox towards the opponent. Anguirus can do aerial attacks out of his rolling jump. The roll is mostly inspired from Final Wars. What do you mean mostly? He only did it in Final Wars. Anguirus' chargeable beam is a sonic roar which stuns the opponent. Okay. His secondary special has him defensively shoot quills from his back facing away from him. I don't remember that happening. This monster also now rolls only during his special ability and not his rage attack, as the rage attack was recreated from Destroy All Monsters Melee, wherein Anguirus launches himself into the sky and shoots power quills out in all directions. The Save the Earth Melee variation has a proximity hitbox, where the rage attacks multi-hits do more damage the closer you are to your opponents. Anguirus is a small but nimble combo machine who you don't want to hit at the wrong time for Anguirus' low hitbox. He simply turns around, causing damage to the opponent to hit his spiky shell, and he can also counter incoming attacks to stun the enemy's hand. Very fun. We got a full page of skins here too. Fun. Trendmasters. Don't know what that is. Trendmasters. 40th. Save the Earth Classic. Ooh. I like Save the Earth Classic one. He looked angry in that movie. He didn't look friendly at all. Gororin. Inspired by the base Toho cactus kaiju with eyes. What? I'd never heard of this one. GMK. I am excited for the GMK skin. Are they gonna color it though? Because maybe they should give it like the 68 colors. Because if it's gonna be bland, I mean, still, that looks really cool. I don't know why they scrapped him. 2004 from Final Wars. I loved his appearance in Final Wars. It was awesome. Anguirus from the DS for Unleashed Double Smash. NES from Monster of Monsters, his cut sprite. Durain fruit recolor. They make a pineapple recolor. Artec Bandai figure theater exclusive. Black and red theater exclusive. Really cool. Next up is Fire Rodan. As we see here, the model is insane. I don't know why I didn't pay much attention to the model, but it looks so good, like really accurate to the movie. Far away on Adono Island in the Bering Sea, a singular Rodan egg remained. This egg survived the Cretaceous extinction and hatched one of the last surviving members of the Rodan species. This near extinct specimen lived and remained dormant on the island for millions of years until its rude awakening from nuclear waste being dumped on the island by the Russians, irradiating the creature, causing it to grow to gigantic size. The giant bird intervened in Super Godzilla's attack on Godzilla in 1994 and has reappeared once again in recent times during the Vortex War. This specimen seems to be within the same family as the former Rodan species, as many simulate it to be far less radiated than from the Mount Aso Rodan due to its noticeably smaller size. The smaller size, however, allows him for far faster speeding and agility, often used in conjunction with its immensely powerful plasma beam. Very cool. The smaller cousin of the larger Rodan, this small volcanic flying reptile is the incredibly fast nesting bird like kaiju with a combo game to rival any fighting monster. Fire Rodan has a huge arsenal of weapons and scrappy fast attacks. Most noticeably his dangerous beak attacks, which are his jabs. Instead of having the traditional light flinch jabs, Fire Rodan has a heavy flinch jab, or beak jabs, in reference to just how powerful his beak was in his debut film, Godzilla vs. Godzilla 2. For his primary special, he does an attack known as the Volcanic Awakening. His beam is known as the Uranium Heat Ray, and he has a secondary special called the Magma Breath. I've never seen this Magma Breath. I want to see it now. Fire Rodan can fly for long periods of time, with his flight being energy-based and draining over time. Many skins exist for Fire Rodan, including other elemental Rodans like Ice Rodan. Okay. This monster is notorious for being incredibly fast and difficult to deal with. The epitome of a quick rushdown, sometimes infuriating to deal with, but most of the time quickly dispatched due to its low health pool and low damage input. Here we got the skins. We got Fire Rodan, and then Frost Rodan. The opposite of Fire Rodan. It's just the opposite of Fire Rodan. That's what they were talking about with the Ice Rodan. Female Rodan based on the concept art. Red Proto with a... That's cool. 1993 Rodan without being burned up and transformed. Rodan 2019. That looks good. That looks cool. And then Save the Earth Classic. Next is Baragon. And as you can see here, that's an official image. That looks good. Looks really good. Baragon is a reptilian subterranean monster that first appeared in 1965, battling and ultimately losing against his opponent Frankenstein. After this Baragon's death, another of the same species suddenly appeared in Ireland in 1983, this specimen being captured and put into containment on Monster Island. It lived its days peacefully coexisting with the other monsters for many years, often living underground, that is until now, with the Vortex infiltrating Monster Island's security measures and using organizer G1 devices to drive the monster mad, angering them and causing them to escape the island onto the mainland. Baragon is comparatively smaller to the other monster specimens, making him noticeably more quick and agile, capable of fire breath, astonishingly fast burrow abilities, and incredible hearing to track opponents from underground. Baragon is a unique and energetic fighter. It's not to be underestimated. He is a great character. I was thinking of getting a GMK Baragon figure from 2001, but they're like really expensive though, so who knows. Why is the legendary Godzilla trailer here? Man, disrespecting Rodan like that. I mean, Baragon. The digging quadruped Baragon is an acrobatic and Shoto-like short-range fighter. He uses his quick fire breath at any time to extend his long-winded ground combos. Able to dig underground, Baragon can mask his position while underground at the cost of energy and moving faster on the on the on the other monster will not be able to tell where Baragon is located. Holding left trigger will make the Baragon's horn glow, allowing him to relocate himself, but the opponent see a bright light where he is giving himself away. Baragon, while digging, can attack or grab underground. That is cool. You can't see him. Like, it's that's creative. Like, it's from the movie. You didn't see where he was. His fire breath can also be replaced with his secondary special lightning zap, which chases the opponent for twice as much energy as fire. Shooting lightning from his horn, Baragon's rage attack is a destructive volcanic underground eruption event. His moveset consists of kicks, cartwheels, acrobatic moves, gymnastics, and dragon punches. He is a scrappy dog-like beast and takes on many forms, including his GMK form, his Showa suit, and Sea Baragon. Sea Baragon? No, I didn't want to play that. This is Baragon's time. Alright. Here are the skins page. Not even a half list of skins. Very shameful. They only used the, like, one of the only accurate Baragon sound effects for in his death in Save the Earth. Sad, but here we got his 65 appearance from a. I love how a lot of monsters that they couldn't make roars for they just used Varen's roar, and so like a lot of Ultraman kaiju have Varen's roar, and yeah, that's 2001. Looks really good. And Sea Baragon, that's what they were talking about. A Sea Baragon? Okay, this is just a narwhal Baragon. Baragon from the DS, Unleashed. Why is he red and purple? Why is he red and purple? I much prefer the Save the Earth Classic. The Save the Earth Classic looks really good too. That's probably the one they wouldn't need to change, if at all. Like, I wouldn't care if they didn't change it because he looks so good already, but they're doing even better stuff, so I'm not complaining. Where are we? Here, Megaguirus. After the gargantuan bird that was recently erupted from Mount Aso was confirmed to be the same species as the two Rodans first seen in 1956, it brought a far worse threat along with it, the Meganula, an evolved version of a man-eating prehistoric insect. Meganulon first seen in the identical Rodan attack 64 years ago. Rodan's rude awakening opened a massive hole in Mount Aso, creating thousands of Meganulon without Rodan there to feed on them. The species were able to escape and thrive on humans as their prey, causing them to evolve and spread in massive numbers after the legion of insects fed on Godzilla's blood and returned the substance to their queen. It began to mutate and grow at a rapid rate into a 30,000-ton abomination, the dreaded Megaguirus. Megaguirus is a powerful creature that can move at incredibly high speeds, dodging her opponent's attacks. She ambushes them with her own, and she uses her powerful claws, stinger, and ability to siphon her attacks. Own energy-based attacks to defeat them, often in mere minutes. Very cool. Why is the image just Meganulon on fire? Why? It's from the movie, I guess. The pesky flying bub queen. Megaguirus is one of the fastest monsters alive in the air while flying high for energy. She is the fastest monster in all of Save the Earth Melee, even faster with her speed boost ability. Megaguirus is incredibly fast and uses her speed to overwhelm her lesser opponents. She can summon her children of land and air, the Meganulon and Meganula, respectively, their Meganulon swarm, out of the black hole portal from their home dimension. And the Meganula are birthed directly from the Megaguirus tail and attack the opponent, directly chasing them down like prey. Megaguirus is capable of stealing beams from her opponents and getting them indefinitely. And she is also vampiric in nature, getting her claws on the enemies allows her to siphon health or energy from her victim. A hit-and-run speedy character, this bug can be difficult to pin down but easy to put down, as she is the second lowest health pool, being behind Fire Rodan. Being incredibly squishy, her speed and power more makes up for it. Do not let Megaguirus go unchecked. She'll spread her hive and overwhelm any monsters in her wake. Very cool. Here are the skins for it. Megaguirus. Yeah, I do like the skins. Let's listen to this roar. Yeah, I think they did a really good job on the model. Like, I think the head looked way too big on the original model. I mean, it also wasn't purple enough. It was too bland. But they did a really good job. The theater exclusive figure from Bandai. I remember looking up theater exclusive and it being one of the first results, so probably a really cool one. Shadow Queen, a recolor, just another matte black version of a character. We need more matte blacks. Biolumin. That's cool. Mechaguirus. That's sick. Recolor made by a skin submission contest winner. Congratulations. Megaguirus DS. This DS version here, I don't like. Why? Its head is even bigger than, say, the Earth Classic. Wow. Thought it couldn't get worse. Anyways. Oh, here's a Varan. Another Wii character. Strange. Bio coming soon. There's no bio for him yet? Well, that's reading for me. Now we get to the fun paragraph. A gliding derivative of Anguirus, Varan is a quite cool kaiju that we wanted from the very beginning of this project. Who wouldn't want Varan? Varan is cool. Although Godzilla Unleashed animations unfortunately cannot be properly transferred, Varan can take a variety of animations from Anguirus, Baragon, Godzilla, and more. Cool. A faithful moveset is being created for him. Ironically, the way that his gliding works is due to the mechanic which leads to Godzilla Unleashed jumping mechanics with real gravity. Yeah, playing Unleashed is like you're playing on moon gravity. It's very bad gravity there. The knockback super jump system in Savior of Melee was added to Varan to allow him to glide without the use of energy, but can just naturally fall as he can flap to regain some height. Just like in, Save the Earth? Okay. Anyways. Varan can also cling to the sides of buildings. Ooh. So like, Balzar from Gigabash. And then flap off to a additional height. Just cling onto the Empire State Building. This framework is achieved by using the same mechanics whereby a monster collides with a building and slides down. This input can be manipulated to allow Varan a clinging state. That's cool. Against the sides of buildings where he can climb and propel himself off the side of it. Various spinning Anguirus moves will be used for Varan's spike back throws. He will have a grounded grab and hold similar to Varagon. So like from Unleashed. The Unleashed grab was funny. Here, Varan has actually quite a bit of skins here. No, this is a toy, right? I don't think this is an official model. See, that's Varan's roar over there. See, I don't know if it's an official model. I don't think it is though, but it'd be cool if it was. Black and white. So the debut film one. I like the black and white one was probably one of my favorite Varan designs. Trendmasters again. Don't know much about Trendmasters other that they went bankrupt and they made a lot off of the 1998 Godzilla things. GMK, scrap concept art. NES, the purple NES, the really skinny Varan, the American poster. I didn't like this Varan very much because it just looked bad, but whatever floats the boat. Demon Varan from Godzilla in Hell, very cool. And then Ruby McQuet. There's concept art, but he was gonna be colored, but he didn't. Doom Island, based on the model Trend. It's another Trendmasters. Why are there so many Trendmasters? I don't like Trendmasters. Oh, next up is a big gun. Legendary Godzilla. I remember the day I was sitting around, I saw this trailer, and I'm like, There's no way they're actually adding him to the game. And look at this. Here he is right here in game, right next to Gigan. He's pure. That model looks too good. I remember wanting Legendary Godzilla for when I was younger too. This looks sick. I love it. Alright. Nearly 70 years ago, after a nuclear submarine had reached the lowest depths of the ocean, a particular ancient member of the Godzilla family had awakened, referred to internally as a Godzilla Specimen A, while the U.S. government had attempted to terminate this creature with nuclear weaponry. It would prove to be a fruitless venture, given what occurred 60 years later in 2014, when a mated pair of Mutos appeared in this specific Godzilla specimen appeared. This specific Godzilla specimen resurfaced once more and defeated the pair of in San Francisco. Since then, it has taken a much more active role in managing the Earth's monsters ecosystem, less like the chaotic force of nature we know the modern Godzilla to be, and more akin to benevolent beasts like Mothra, making it an invaluable ally against monster attacks. However, some remain skeptical that the animal will become a major threat to humanity in the future, like we've seen this before. Godzilla's immense durability, tentacality, and primordial experience make it a unique force to Godzilla Specimen B, and with that begs the question, what happens to when this Paleo-era Godzilla comes in contact with the current? Very cool. How far are we into the video right now? An hour, wow, oh my. Okay. Oh, there's the trailer again. In 2014, Godzilla 2014 is so far the largest and strongest physical attacking Godzilla in all of Save the Earth Melee. I saw that in the picture, he's tall. He is the base grappler of the game, playing like a cross between a heavy-hitting Godzilla and Orga, his moveset primarily consisting of grabs, chase downs, and quick bursts of movement for his abilities, all focused on pinning himself onto the opponent and staying there for as long as possible. Taking inspiration from his first film and his subsequent Masterverse installations, Legendary Godzilla has many different incarnations to choose from in Save the Earth Melee. His abilities are also reflective on his film appearances, which he is Rage Attack, which involves him power walking forward as Burning Godzilla, or Thermonuclear Godzilla, releasing shockwave after shockwave of explosive atomic Mothra-infused blast. He could do any number of these before running out of rage meter. He is able to aim his beam either forwards or straight up, can roar with immense power that it causes stuns and knockback, and throws his immense power around to overwhelm threats to the global balance of power. No, not that. That was any copyright struck. Okay. Oh wow, these all look awesome. Full page of skins too. Alright. This is Roar. 2014, Burning Advance. Yep, that's cool. 2019 Roar. We also got glowing blue Godzilla from King of the Monsters, Thermonuclear Godzilla. 2014 poster, which is the one that he looks like on the poster. I have lots of posters of that. It's really cool. Classic charcoal white colors. OG Burning. Arctic. Fun. Millennium coloration. Dagon from the comics. Reactor. Wow. Just a toxic green. And then Evolved. Wow. Never thought I'd see the day. Alright, next one. Jet Jaguar. And then after this we have like 6 more to go and then we're done. Alright, so here's Jet Jaguar. My least favorite Godzilla character. Here it is. In 1973, the Seatopians schemed to override and control a mysterious robot made by a Japanese inventor, Goro Ibuki, as a tool to guide the simple-minded Megalon along the Seatopian plan of total destruction along with Gigan. This backfired, however, with the robot's control quickly being severed and redirected to a waking Godzilla, who quickly closed in on the two monsters. The combining might of the machine and Godzilla eventually defeated the two beasts, returning peace to Earth. Many were fascinated with the strange heroic robot, but it quickly vanished after the battle, left for mystery for decades. A number of supposed sightings of the robot doing various selfless acts surfaced, and until its eventual discovery and capture by G-Force in 1997. Jet Jaguar, as it is called in its internal programming, is a robot known for its many unpredicting power abilities, such as its unexplained sentience and incredible size-changing powers, allowing by complex internal technologies G-Force has yet to comprehend. These abilities combined with newfound energy powers providing by G-Force make the unit a staple of Godzilla's G-Force's line of mecha artillery and a hero beloved by the public. It's funny how he's just walking around, you see Jet Jaguar just giving someone some cash. It's like, why is he there? The superhero of the kaiju world, Jet Jaguar is a fast as lightning robot created by Dr. Goro and serves to protect the world from all these that wish it harm. This mechanical kaiju outwits and outspeeds his opponents through a variety of superpowers he possesses through sheer force of will, such as flight or changing his size. Known for his thumbs up and handshakes, Jet is no slouch in combat-wise, having elemental beams in the form of lightning, tase, and ice freeze. Means he has a way to break block. The Jag's secondary special, Jet Blades, allows him to zone from afar and control space. He's quite fast, but sometimes needs help in certain matchups. Luckily, this robot can change size at will to suit his current situation. Turning giant or small helps him in many situations that can help by turn the tide or inadvertently, don't know how to say that, derail his progress. Turning small or large is no longer a timer on energy with a limit, like in Save the Earth, but rather a choice with no energy cost you can make indefinitely. This means you can choose to remain small or large form of the Jaguar. Small can jump, cancel all attacks, while giant is incredibly powerful. Here are some of his skins. Oh, jeez. Cool. Here's the Jaguar. 72, that's wrong. Pastel. Cool. More color, I guess. Red robot. With red eyes and stuff. Jet Fabular. Just a pink Jet Jaguar. Medical crew from Godzilla Island. Zone Fighter. I have never seen Zone Fighter. Again, I'm watching Ultraman, so. Jet Jaguar from the DS with the very big head. For some reason. And then Save the Earth Classic. For some reason, Save the Earth Classic had black eyes. They look creepy to me. I never enjoyed looking at that, but glad they changed it. Alright, final stretch. Gojira, or Godzilla 1954, whatever you want to call it. In 1954, humanity's future was changed forever after the first appearance of Godzilla. Godzilla is a prehistoric amphibious sea creature disturbed and burned after an American hydrogen bomb test that was concluded in the Pacific Ocean, destroying its habitat and drawing it to the surface. Once the beast came ashore, Japan experienced the greatest destruction the world has seen since World War II. The creature's rampage laid waste to Odo Island and Tokyo. The monster's sheer power and impenetrability to all man-made weapons shocking and horrifying the world. In a twist of fate, the scientist Daisuke Serizawa used his developed weapon, the Oxygen Destroyer, against the monster, ultimately killing the animal. Serizawa sacrificed himself to rid the world of both Godzilla and his weapon, so that their powers would never be seen again. But what if Serizawa's weapons had never actually killed Godzilla? Well, I think this might be the model. It might be. I don't think it is, though. No, it's not. But I want to see the model. Godzilla 1954, or classic era Godzilla, is mechanically similar to Heisei Godzilla, moveset-wise. They are the same outside of their abilities, which Godzilla 1954 has differences with. His fan-like beam cannot beam battle, but instead does damage in a cone in front of him, and attaches itself as a gas to the opponent, causing a damage over time effect on the enemy. His rage attack is a nuclear explosion, leaving a ring of fire in monochrome. Godzilla 1954's skin consists of a skeletal appearance and the 55 suit. His 54 skin comes in color, black and white, accurate suit colors, and 56 King of the Monsters movie poster. This is the classic Gojira from the original Japanese movies, and its sound effects and black and white particles reflects its origins. The Heisei moveset, being more reserved and slow, fits the reverence and seriousness of 1954 the most. Godzilla 1954 was featured in Godzilla Unleashed Wii as just a clone of 90s. In this case, with Save the Melee, we wanted some differences with 1954, and so did I. But more importantly, we wanted him to be an accurate representation of the first Godzilla movie. He also features a skin of -1. Really? He does. Very cool. 1954 here. Here's the full skin of skins too. And that's his roar. That's 55's roar. Here's -1's roar. Then we got a skeletal, very cool. 1954 in color, 1955 in color. Gorgo from the English kaiju movie. Flaming Retribution, 1956 poster. I always love this one. The nice green tone was cool. Gigantus, or Gigantus, whatever. 1954 puppet. And the clay concept. I always loved the clay song concept. It looks so little guy, little head, little arms, I like the clay concept. They made a Bandai figure on it, but I was going to try and find it at G-Fest, but then I realized it was like really expensive for some reason. So, yeah. Next up, we got Angulus from 55. In 1955, Osaka was at the mercy. Oopsies. In 1955, Osaka was at the mercy of the violent confrontation between Godzilla and Anguirus. Their fierce battle came to a sudden end upon the corrupt Godzilla's crushing Anguirus' windpipe with its powerful jaws, and yet, nearly a century later, another crawled out of the shore of Osaka, curiously the same way the original had all those years ago. The specimen is unusual in appearance, with its skin and even its insides appearing to be black or gray. It's a black and white movie, so I don't know what you expect. But eerily similar to monochromatic photos and footage of the original Anguirus from that time. Most peculiar, however, is the animal's behavior. It appeared to hold a unquenchable rage at all times, viciously attacking and maiming any animal or monster that came across its path. Its rampage through Earth cities is currently ongoing, with no signs of stopping. Yet seemingly no interest in the G-capsules, the Shaojin noticeably call it the embodiment of wrath. A physical spirit of sorts through the G-force holds no such superstition. The creature is codenamed Angulus, after the original title given to the 1955 Ankylosaur specimen, which it holds a striking resemblance to. Its design, its big eyes look kind of goofy, but the smile is just terrifying. I do not know why. It's just creepy. Get this off my screen. Okay, that's cool. That's also cool. Don't know why the first Gojira is in here. What songs are playing in the background right now? Okay, just random Godzilla that are going on. And yeah, okay, oopsies. The first foe of Godzilla, Angulus, is the alternate name for Anguirus. This specimen differs in a few ways. The longer snout and the saxophone-like calls for one. but another is the distinctive shell, which just allows Anguirus to roll. Instead, the shell can split into two parts and are used in prime defense. Anguirus can shake and rattle his shell parts to reflect projectiles and beam weapons, as well as a counter incoming attacks. Jesus Christ. And he won't take any damage. A certain combination of Anguirus includes the shell-shaking singular point Anguirus. As a skin is the unmade concept. Heisei Anguirus is a clone, but there are few and far between. Yeah, my sister just was being an idiot and tried to scare me. Failed. He has a skin with the additional feature of having a counter instead of a roll, which changes the monster from an offensive defensive one to a pure attacks defensive one. With an answer to physical attacks, Anguirus from the classic era is also notably larger than Anguirus from the later Showa era. Anguirus also prefers to incorporate a more two-legged stance in his combat style. Here are the skins. Yeah, I heard that the green one is like the colored version. It's like the original color of it. The roars were also creepy. Then we got the Daikaizen Player 2 one. The Gigantus poster. Anguirus Hound from an unmade Heisei film. And Singular Point from the anime that I really liked. Next up is Rodan. In 1956, two flying ancient pterosaur-like monsters erupted from the caves of Mount Aso, causing the greatest destruction mankind saw since Godzilla's initial rampage in 1954. The Rodans were the first of many monsters to arrive after Godzilla's death, the beginning of Godzilla's curse. After the two flying behemoths finally died in the flames of Mount Aso's volcano, the Rodan's reign of terror seemed to be over. Shigeru Kawamura, a miner who saw the events of Rodan's destruction firsthand, still claims to have seen a juvenile Rodan within those caves in Mount Aso all those years ago. Never discovered, however, since the Vortex Great War had begun to ravage the Earth. Many sightings of a supposed gargantuan bird have surfaced in the first time in 64 years. This looks humongous. Why does Showa Rodan look so big? This is the New York map, as I said earlier, but wow, very big model. The large Showa Rodan is comparable in height to Godzilla. Despite popular belief, Showa Rodan is actually the standard Rodan in Sailor Melee, with Fire Rodan being a derivative clone character. Showa Rodan is more grounded, while Fire Rodan never lands. Showa has a smoke beam and air powers, while Fire Rodan has a purple beam and fire powers. Being of a larger stature, yep, we saw it before, Rodan's attacks hit harder and have more reach. Rodan also begins and ends these attacks and stays on the ground instead of in the air, since he is too heavy to be flying all the time. His rage attack is similar to Fire Rodan's large explosive nuclear bomb, but it is a large vortex tornado which sucks in all opponents into a damaging storm. Showa Rodan's flight capabilities will be substantially shorter bouts of movement, but at higher speeds, and with an active wind hitbox that pushes back opponents and demolishes buildings with gusts of wind. This Rodan's massive wings deal more damage and knockback than the smaller, more frail monster, and Showa has the health pool of a standard monster. Check out the roar. And here is a skin page. Here is the original Rodan, 64 Rodan, 2004 Rodan from Final Wars. I love Final Wars design. Lavender, Cardinal, Kahaki, Green, Teal, the Knight. And what is bro, Batman? And then Rodan from Godzilla Unleashed. Mogira. Here he is. Many years ago, as more and more monsters began to appear, it became clear that the Super Mechagodzilla and Mecha King Ghidorah units alone couldn't be enough to keep the glowing numbers off of the monsters at bay. The Mecha was constructed to be a successor of the Super Mechagodzilla, being faster and lighter than the previous unit, while also heavily incorporating the advanced alien technology and modified internal construction of the Mysterian Magura remains from '57. The unit was codenamed Mogira, an acronym formed from the former alien title The Mysterian Machine. It's based upon the addition of Universal, referring to the unit's development coming from the intergalactic future and modern-day technology. When completed in 1995, the mecha was planned to be used against Godzilla, though once Space Godzilla appeared, the objective changed. Mogira had powerful arsenal compared to Super Mechagodzilla, with abilities such as the plasma laser cannon, automatic tracking laser cannon, spiral grenade missiles, among many others. This mouthful of a name the JSDF came up with is the epitome of a mecha zoner in, say, their melee. Mogira has an enormous arsenal of weapons. It can volley towards the opponent, including wrist missiles, eye lasers, and a chest beam. Drill lasers, and the capability of flight, which is a new feature than Save Their Melee. In addition, Mogira will hopefully be able to separate into the Star Falcon and land segments via spawning a Star Falcon model above an underground land unit. That's cool. The Star Falcon is able to shoot beams. The whole thing drained energy. Being primarily an energy-based mecha, pilots need to cease operations on occasion to recharge the unit. This can be achieved now, say their melee, while still operating the unit's tire treads and locomotion. Canceling the energy recharge shutdown animation is also now instant. Anytime Mogira, allowing Mogira to not be punished upon leaving at any time. This mecha unit is also a passive, albeit slow energy recharge, as opposed to nothing. Its physical attacks, especially its drill, are now incredibly punishing and high damaging, especially for a zoning mecha unit. Here are the skins. Yeah, they also just made a 1994 model that they released on the Discord as an ad. He just says his name. This new thing. Manga, Mogira from the Godzilla Unleashed for the DS. Save the Earth Classic, Mysterians. They also gave him the eyes. Velvet and Ghost. Next is Biollante. Biollante is a restless human soul trapped inside a genetic Godzilla plant hybrid abomination created with the power of G-cells. Biollante is widely powerful and is the single largest known monster in history. After its final confrontation with Godzilla in Lake Ashi, the creature's body transformed into millions of spores, leaving the Earth and existing the atmosphere into outer space. 30 years later, however, Biollante's spores have recently returned to Earth. Some say the shred of humanity within the beast still remains, returning to protect Earth during this time of feared extinction. Others say its humanity died long ago. Biollante now left a confused abomination that has returned to Earth mindlessly to destroy it. Currently, we have not learned the outcome. We love Biollante. This tormented plant kaiju was actually going to be in Godzilla Save the Earth, and made it about as far as being data mined on the disc by Dylan Rocket years back. Biollante about 40% complete, missing most of its moveset and many hit states, but nevertheless in the game. Was cut from Save the Earth melee, but now being restored in Godzilla Save the Earth melee. Biollante requires a lot of work to get ready for inclusion. Some sparing things can be sourced from Unleashed, but the biggest issue is creating new animations for her and making her vines go at a reasonable length across the city Increasing her size is also something difficult to balance around. She is overall quite overpowered in Vanilla Save the Earth, and it's clear she was left unfinished. This will all be, of course, reminded when Biollante joins the roster of the monsters, but that may be a while due to her requiring so much more than just a standard kaiju overhaul. She has an unused rage attack in the game's files known as Vine Storm, and something similar that will be restored for a cool kaiju. We even want her turret benches to move and incorporate Rose Biollante somehow. Rose Biollante, huh? Wow. Alright. Here's the skins page. Biollante. Almost full. One more though. So here's the skin. Biollante, then there's Wilting, Dead Flower, Trendmasters, Perplante, Red Rage, Chaotic Blue, Pink Plante, Bone Plant, Biollante from the DS, and then Save the Earth Classic. At least they got the Save the Earth one in here. Then the final monster, Obsidius. After the Vortec activated the G-Organizer devices around the world, among the first calls of distress came from the region of Mesoamerica. Locals had claimed a gigantic walking magma creature had emerged from the Earth's surface, causing a fiery destruction to everything in its path. Ancient Mayan scriptures of that region tall legends of a terrible inferno god rising from the Earth's crust and destroying humanity for their wrongdoings. The grand volcanous G-force has yet to determine the anomaly origin, but judge that it has been under the Earth's surface for over 40 million years by the ancient rock formations that had crawled out from a deep underground. Obsidius, named after its black outer coating of rock, is a sentient mineral rock monster. Its mineral exterior is virtually impenetrable and shields him against both physical and energy-based assaults, while its magma interior allows it numerous fire and magma-based abilities, also giving it the power to gain energy from fire-based attacks. Wow. It has teeth now. And 2 lava volcanoes on its shoulder. That's cool. The lava monster is a derivative of Orga in Godzilla Unleashed for the PS2. I would know. Obsidius was one of the few newcomers to the game from Save the Earth, as compared to the Wii version, which had numerous new monsters added. Obsidius was identical to Orga in every way in the PS2 version of Godzilla Unleashed, except he lacked a goo secondary ability. His throws were also bugged and didn't work properly, as monsters would fall out of his hands before the throw completed. In 2007 Wii version of Unleashed, Obsidius had his own moveset. Since Obsidius is one of the original monsters devised for Unleashed, we at Nasty Soft are taking artistic liberty with the monster and enhancing aspects of him that were that we felt suffered from being rushed in Unleashed development cycle. In place of Orga's various special grabs, and Obsidius has both new standard attacks and earth manipulation powers, able to command lava from the crust, launch enemies from the rock spires, and could roll himself into a ball. For obscene movement with huge dust clouds and a special volcanic dash called pyroclastic flow. Another of these aspects of Obsidius were we are giving a major overhaul to his visual design, which was lackluster and too much generic rock monster. We based his new design, seen in the right model, off of Matt Frank's Obsidius Neo redesign. He also has new audio effects that aren't stock movie monster sound effects. Yay! And a multitude of new attacks sourced from stock movie monster sound effects. And a multitude of new attacks sourced from Godzilla Unleashed for the Wii. In addition, his moveset is now thoroughly drenched in lava and magma, with his rage attack replacing all water in it with damaging magma. That's cool. Alright, here are the skins. Let's hear his roar first, since they said it was not going to be stock. sounds. Ooh, okay. Creepy. Alright. So first we got Obsidious. Then we got Icidius, which is just a mountain. Earth Sidious, just a hill. And Storm Sidious. The obsidious elements, I guess. Volcanic glass, made of pure stone. Obsidious is cooled. Fun. Purple lava, just a recolor. Blue lava. And then classic Obsidious. And then Godzilla. Classic Godzilla Unleashed PS2. And that is the entire monster manual for Save the Earth Melee. If you click the more coming soon, it just shows this. It just shows that it's not complete. Anyways, yeah, that's what I, yep. Hope this was worth 2 hours of your time. Bye.